JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. In this episode of our rookie season in career mode, we are going to be completing race 31 of 36, which is going to be at Lowe's Motor Speedway for the UAW GM Quality 500. In the last episode, we raced at Kansas Speedway, where I got myself a 29th place finish. Could have been in the top 20 where the sponsor wants me to finish at if we hadn't had a mistake on pit road that practically lost me of the draft of the cars in front of me that I wanted to pass. So that really sucks. If I don't get a top 20 in this race, I lose the contract. So that would be very unacceptable. Dale Earnhardt Jr. got his 10th win of the season at Kansas, and he is now 48 points behind Tony Stewart. We are in 27th place, like 16 points behind Joni Michek. Jerry Nadeau's not too far away either, so I think we're very capable of getting a good finish whenever we go to Lowe's, just because last time we went there, I think I finished like 25th, and my car is that much better now whenever it comes to our engine and our chassis. Johnny Benson is pissed off after I bumped into him entering pit road at Kansas. I say bumped into him loosely, probably. Terry Labonte still likes me after the useless work I did with him at Talladega. We go into team management. I said at the end of the last video that I would just sleep on it in terms of what my decision would be with this chassis right here that I really don't have any use for, because if you look right here, if I go to overhaul it, tire grip goes to 58, tire wear goes to 56, and that's what it would be for repairs. It wasn't that good to begin with, and whenever this is done being overhauled, it's going to be a 59 and 57, so this will be the worst chassis I have if I don't sell it, so I might as well just get rid of it and start building a new one. That's for $76,000, and for $130,000 I think it was, 9 races I can get a tire grip 64 and tire wear 61 chassis, so really like the progress we're getting on our chassis. Our engines are really starting to come along. But after this race, the fabrication shop will finally be around. We can start working on fabrications. Our bodies better, and we can have more downforce or drafting, whatever. This is the engine that we're going to be using at Charlotte. 61 power and 56 efficiency. In 3 races, our new engine's going to come in. And our body, 53 downforce and 55 drafting. With a car rating of 60, the highest we've ever had it, let's get to qualifying. Obviously, the first race that we did at this track was the Coca-Cola 600, 100 miles longer than this 500-mile race. But in the end, with it only being a 10% race length, it's 33 laps for this one, and I think it was like 40 for the first one. I'm going to use this first lap to, I guess, just warm up to the track. I doubt we're going to start anywhere aside from like 43rd on the first lap with no momentum to carry to the finish line and whatever. But let's try to get the speed off of 4. Car's getting tight in the middle, but at least I know the boundaries of this car and how it drives. I'm using the same setup that we used last time, and I don't even know what it is. Yep, last place. Okay, let's give it all I got. In turn 1. Didn't slow down that much, and I think that was a good decision because we're staying on the groove. The car's not oversteering on exit. It was a decent turn 1, and I think I can do better in turn 3. Let's just put forth all that focus. Oh, we're slipping onto the apron a little bit, and now it doesn't want to finish the corner. That is fucking trash. Damn it, JC, you just ruined everything. Well, where are we starting? 30.001, almost 30 seconds flat. 28th. I ruined the fucking shit out of turn 3. I'm trying to like just aggressive dive in, but don't slip on the apron. Slipped on the apron. Whole thing's ruined. Jeff Gordon will start on pole next to Ryan Newman, and I think Tony Stewart starting like 3rd or something. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is definitely behind him. We got to start on the outside lane, but everybody checks up, so that allows me to get to the inside immediately. That's 27th. It sucks that I literally could have started in like the top 20 if I hadn't just completely overdrove turn 3. At first it looked like that was not what it was going to be, but it certainly was. Really good start. Got a run on Ricky Rudd, who's throwing a ridiculous block. It is lap 1. What the fuck is your reason for this? Got that Honey Nut Cheerios car. That gets me hungry. I just ate lunch. I say I just ate lunch, but it was like 5 hours ago. But golly, it was such a big lunch that I'm still freaking stuck right now. Okay, so after the end of the first lap, we're in 24th, and still see a bunch of cars for me that I could pass. And Jamie McMurray. And if he's right here and I still pass cars, we could finish several positions in front of him and find ourselves closing on for the Rookie of the Year award. But I still don't think it's going to be possible to get that darn thing because he's gotten just so far away from me at this point. But we just need to focus, keep it on the inside lane. What the fuck is this car doing? Oh my goodness. Come off the corner, it's sideways. Next thing I know, it's overcorrecting completely. I don't know what Robbie Gordon was doing over there off of 4. He's trying to block Steve Park or trying to block me even though I'm all the way over here. Jamie McMurray is sticking with me now that I've gotten past him. He's taking advantage of that draft. Already in 20 seconds, so we're getting somewhere. Got to keep up the pace. You need to focus on how I enter corners because it can be distracted whenever there are cars in front of you that you're trying to focus on. Got to focus on entering the turn without thinking about the fact that there's a car in front of you. I don't want to hit him. Okay, we're going to pass Robbie Gordon right here. Got somebody trying to pass the both of us. Looks like Steve Park is flipping out because I'm on his back bumper already. But we're going to pass Robbie Gordon. And got the draft of this guy in front of me. The biggest trouble with this car is better in the sense that it can turn better, but it turns so much better that it's very sensitive and it's easy to lose control of this car in straightaways. And that's hard to put up with. Why are you not finishing the corner car? I'm going to pull right in front of Jamie McMurray, who's still on my ass. The damn car just didn't want to finish for that time. That's something I need to focus on. Oh my goodness, Steve Park hit the brakes going into turn 1 really early. So that allows us to get in the 20th place. Got a huge pack of cars up there in front of us that I need to catch right now. That did not take very long at all, like literally just a lap. Or let's not run Michael Waltrip over. As much as I would love to personally, no, let's not do that. Well, there's Johnny Benson. Yeah, the salty guy. Got a good run off of turn 4. Michael Waltrip, stop blocking me. I don't even like being side by side with somebody going down this freaking front straightaway because it's D-oval, it's all jagged and designed weird. Please don't get stuck on him. I know that if I touch another car going to a turn, I'll get stuck to him and then a massive wreck happens. And just don't know how much grip this car has sometimes going to a turn. It looks fine, then all of a sudden it's just not. As realistic as it is, because of bumps at the racetrack, we can shoot you up the track a little bit. I hate it. I still hate it. It might be realistic, but I still hate it. I don't hate the game for it. I just hate the fact that it's so realistic sometimes. It screws me over. It's actually quite realistic to the point that the track is worn down. Whenever you race this track in like NASCAR E2, your car will just start bouncing up the track because of how old the pavement is. Even though I honestly figured at this point that the pavement at Lowe's is not that old. So we're in 17th. Now I gotta catch Johnny Benson. Whoa, golly, I catch him so much as I go into a corner or finish a straightaway. It's like where all my speed finally kicks in. I look like I'm catching him quickly at first, but as I approach turn 1 every time, it's where that big game actually happens. So we're not to lap 10 yet, but I'm getting into 16th. Got Jeff Burton and Ward Burton in an alternate paint scheme. It took me a while to realize that was Ward Burton to begin with, because I was like expecting it to be a black and yellow car, but yeah, I recognize that paint scheme. I actually like that one because it's kind of a chrome gray that's on his back bumper and the sides of it. Okay, get behind him. Get a dive from the top and bottom of the track to carry a lot of momentum into the turn. I can feel the tire coming on. It's not wanting to get down to the bottom, but we'll manage eventually. And that gets us into 14th. Oh my goodness. I gotta say, I really love that paint scheme. It's one of my favorites from Ward Burton. But my actual favorite is probably that wildlife paint scheme, the trees and the sky and the sunset and all that stuff. I need to focus on the actual race because I'm over here almost spinning out in front of Ward Burton. Okay. And I think I see people starting to enter pit road or something because they're all lining up at the bottom of the racetrack, which is a peculiar thing for them to do. But it's only lap 12, so I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Get to the top of the track. I know we can pass all of these cars right here and possibly get into the top 10 before pit stops. They're driving so slow I'm almost going to wreck. It's just they're all lining up at the bottom, so this is not an easy place to pass because there's no place for me to actually pass them. I can pass cars on the inside. I can't pass on the outside because I lose all momentum going into a corner doing that. Here we go, past Marlin. Now I'm past Sterling Marlin. Got to pass Martin. I'm always getting the freaking Marlin and Martins confused when we play these damn games. I'm just really surprised they're all still bunched together like this after literally 13 damn laps. This is not a great decision. But if I slide up just enough, I can have enough of a dive into the corner. Please don't make contact with the cleanest driver in all of NASCAR history, Jason. Mark Martin. Yeah, I did a championship with him just before I started this Let's Play career mode on NASCAR Daytona, and it was definitely the closest championship that I've ever had on my channel. Now people are starting to take pit stops. I see that wasn't Jimmy Johnson, that was Rusty Wallace in pit road, but whatever. Oh goodness, Bill Elliott with 3 wide in the D oval. That is the worst possible case scenario to do that. Golly, I'm running out of so much grip and I'm entering the corners in such awkward positions all the way from the bottom that I'm almost sliding up into them, but we're good. 8th place. Came all the way from 28th place or whatever. I'm in 8th place now, and I know people are pitting, so I don't know if it's the exact position, but I'm probably going to wait a couple more laps. These guys have decided they're going to stay out for one more probably. I don't know what the hell Matt Kinsey just did. It looks like he was losing out before. In a completely different way than what I do. Okay, underneath Kurt Busch into 1. He's letting me take the pass. and then his teammate Matt Kenseth is just up ahead for 6th place. I think I'm going to take my pit stop this time by, just because it's lap 16, and I don't want to be out too much longer on these really worn tires, because that could really cost me in the long run of time. Okay, slow it down, don't spin the car. Well, that brings out a caution. Back into pit road, please, back into pit road. Of course I did that. Please, like, render, please. Okay, we'll get 4 tires and a full tank of fuel. Is that the first time that's happened this season? That I just completely failed my pit road entry? I'm trying to get off the track. I got cars up my ass, and I'm just like, okay, we're going to have to spin the car into pit road. I know the caution is coming because it gets to the point where at first I'm like, save it. I don't want to hit oncoming traffic by turning right to correct it and whatever. Yeah, you chose a good time to not know how to get up on your feet and not fall over. That's twice in a row. You're fucking stupid. You need to, I'm going to fire you. You need to get a better job. Go work at Starbucks, loser. Well, we get to see a replay of my memeliness. And, well, I don't have to drive the car because the caution's out. That was just not a good approach to getting off the freaking track. You could see me slide up at first as I was trying not to spin the car, but then after correcting it, it went back the other way, and yeah, this game defies physics whenever you're backwards entering pit road. You can see what my plan was. If just only pit road had rendered like way before that. Instead, it was like a whole 3 seconds away. Am I up front now? Am I like in the top 10? I don't know. Where am I? I seem up front. Oh my god, that's a lot of cars in front of me. No, I'm in 41st. Well, I just can't have nice things. Let's go get a 28th place finish from here. What 28th place finish? 20th place finish from here. And maybe a bunch of people haven't pitted yet because some of this doesn't actually make sense to me. Just being back here. Maybe I should have aborted my pit stop. I have no clue. So I have to pass 20 cars in 13 laps. Okay. I'll go for it. That's a lot of cars, and they're all bunched together, so some of this is accomplishable. And with rookie season equipment, it ain't going to be easy, but I'll give it my best shot. This game is doing everything it possibly can to make sure I lose this goddamn sponsor. Get out of the way. Well, picking them off 3 at a time instead of 1 at a time. Oh goodness, they're checking up off of turn 2. And I'm trying to get out from behind them because I don't know what's going on. Really can't take my time. Rush underneath Kenny Wallace. That's not for position. I'm still in 35th. I'm passing as many cars as possible, but I'm not getting anything for it. So what cars are for position game? Oh, there's 34th. And Greg Biffle's for position. I was like, I could pass a bunch of these damn cars. Some on the lead lap, some of them not. So I could pass 25 cars and then only wind up gaining 12 positions. Half of this shit. Well, we've made it up to 30th since starting 40th, so I guess that means we got like 10 cars left to pass. And we got 10 laps to do it. Maybe. Be a freaking miracle at this point if I still have this contract after this retarded ass race. Come on, car. Come on. Here we go. Just get a grip, keep to the bottom. I really didn't damage the car that much at all by bumping into the inside wall when spinning the car sideways and everything, so that's a benefit. I passed all those cars and I got no positions because all those guys were on the lead lap, and I'm not. I could add another caution to get myself back on the lead lap, but I don't think that would solve it either. Maybe a bunch of these guys will do that thing where, surprisingly, a bunch of people haven't pitted during that caution, because I've seen that many times, and in this scenario it seems like it would be something that would happen. At least like 5 cars in front of me. Those guys are breaking away up ahead of me, but Jeremy Mayfield's getting in the way, because he's just got to be that kind of an asshole. Please, move. Oh, we're passing him on the outside. That's not going to work. Hit the brakes. Get off of him, car. I'm trying to dive in, and you're just taking up so much space. I hate you. I hate you so much, Jeremy Mayfield. I don't need your bullshit right now. Contract is at jeopardy, and you're pissing me the fuck off. Please, just get out of the way. Well, we're underneath him, so I guess it's done with now. All of these cars. I still don't think that's enough for a top 20, considering half of them are probably on the lead lap. Oh my god. I don't even know if enough of these cars are possible for me to get a top 20 at this point. Like, maybe it's most of them are on the lead lap and I can't actually accomplish anything with this race at this point. I'm all over the damn place and just trying to make passes happen. I'm still not getting positions for passing cars. Johnny Benson and Ricky Craven will get me into 28th right here as I make it 3 wide into turn 1. Bump into him. And there we go. only 8% rivalry. I'm willing to bet drivers like Steve Park and Jerry Nady work for position. Now I have to pass 8 cars. Oh my god. I'm really starting to fucking hate this game right now. Okay, there we go. People are starting to take pit stops. I was betting on it that would happen. Now we're starting to gain more positions. They're going to be gone for a whole freaking lap, so it's possible that we could get a much better finish than if I hadn't spanned into pit road, because people have to take pit stops that they waited too long for. It just doesn't make sense how they have to take pit stops now, considering they would have had to take their pit stops under caution at some point. Like, they couldn't have waited out this long without taking a pit stop. Okay. Dive into 3. Trying to stay underneath Steve Park so I can make that pass happen. And we do. That gets me into 25th. Okay, are these positions? 5 more passes. 5 more passes. Please give me those positions. People are taking pit stops. I have to be in the top 20 after all this shit. This is... Okay, 2 more cars. I see all those cars. Get to the bottom. Fuck off, game. Let me get to the bottom. 2 more cars. People are still pitting. This has got to happen. Oh. You know, I ruin everything. I really do. I am the worst human being on this entire fucking planet in terms of luck. I mean, not so much in personality. Like, I'm a good person and all, but goddamn, I'm such a fucking retard. Okay, and we are in the top 20. Bunch of cars in front of us that are probably for position. You do realize that if I lose the sponsorship, the paint scheme contest has to be started all over again. And I have to ask every single person to make a new paint scheme. So that's why I have to finish in the top 20. I literally have to. Otherwise, this LP, it's just all sorts of fucked up. It'd be easier if Michael Waltrip was not being a living roadblock or rolling roadblock, whatever. You're not making this any easier. I would love to finish as best as possible, but I don't want to ruin things by wrecking somebody after climbing way back in the position I need to be in. I'm trying not to hit Dale Jarrett. I just want to pass Rusty Wallace because he's for position. And it's kind of impossible to pass Dale Jarrett, of all people, really talented, legendary NASCAR driver with fresh tires. Also, this is the last lap of the race, even though it does say 30 seconds because I'm a lap down. You know what? Let's stop trying to race. Let's just stop trying to race, finish 18th, keep our sponsorship. I'm just going to dive into pit road now. Yeah, there we go. After that ridiculous amount of pressure that this game just put me under, yet somehow still managing to keep the sponsorship, I'm going to take a day break from this game, and we'll meet you guys back at Martinsville Speedway for the Subway 500, where I'm bound to probably finish in like dead last or something. Unless we get that pit stop caution glitch thing, because that happens every now and then, like 1/4 of the time. But, I mean, because we just finished in the top 20, the happiness rating goes up, so it can go back down and we can still have the sponsorship if we don't reach expectations at Martinsville. Good thing is, after that, I think we go to like Rockingham or something, and keeping the sponsorship could be much easier in those situations because I can get top 20s at those kind of tracks. I finished in 20th place in the first Rockingham race. So Tony Stewart is now 87 points in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. That makes my day even better. So after finishing in 18th place, I am in 26th, so I only passed Joe Nemechek. Jerry Nadeau is only 2 points in front of me, so yeah, I was that close to getting past Jerry Nadeau in the standings. But it's all fine and good. All I care about right now is keeping this freaking sponsorship and making sure this damn paint scheme contest is actually worth doing, and we get all these paint schemes in for our second season. Well, that's a lot of anxiety that just got fucking dropped right off the face of the earth after that race. Johnny Benson is still a little pissed off at me. Joe Nemechek, I kind of pissed him off in that race by just not being patient. I shouldn't have been patient after the freaking caution that I caused. And yeah, Terry Labonte, that alliance is going to be there for a pretty long time. Awards, did I get... No, I didn't get Rookie of the Race. Jack Sprague did. Okay, I don't think Jack Sprague has ever gotten Rookie of the Race in this entire season. See Christian Fittipaldi in there? Nope, Jack Sprague got Rookie of the Race at Pocono. That was the first Pocono race. That was the Pocono race where Jack Sprague dumped me, like halfway through the damn thing. So I got that 26th place finish over there. That was ridiculous. Shop additions. Yeah, fabrication shop just came in. And so now, time to buy a new engine upgrade of some sort. I definitely have the money to do so right now because of the interval at which our upgrades are coming in. Engine hoist can increase the engine efficiency. Engine dyno will increase the power even more. Allow building track specific engine. That's not that big of a deal. I don't know what I want to do. You know what? We'll sleep on it. Nothing is being overhauled or repaired right now, so I might as well just start repairing this. because overhauling, I can't actually upgrade it by overhauling it or increase the numbers is what I'm trying to say. So we'll do that. And we got 8 races now until this new chassis comes in. So that's all taken care of. Engines, nothing doing here because we've still got 1 race left overhauling on this piece right here. 60 and 56. And this is what just happened to our Charlotte engine. Went down 3% in condition. The power's at 60 and the efficiency is 55. Still good enough for us to, well, none of my equipment is ever going to be good enough in the next 2 seasons for me to do anything at Martinsville unless I get lucky. That's something to think about. Okay, let's do this. I know we can do this. Let's do this. We'll build a new body, $128,000 for 65 downforce and 62 drafting. That's the highest anything has been. But that's a whole 9 races from now. That's not going to come in until the 2nd season, like race 4 or something. So we got to get done in eventually. And this is what just happened to our body on that race. And yeah, I kind of bashed it around quite a bit at the end of the race. But yeah, this is what we get. And I might as well overhaul, repair this. Overhaul is actually going to do a lot to it. So this is definitely worth it, even though I'm losing a lot of money in the process. See you next time. That's that. And very, very stressful episode of this career mode over.